G'day everyone, it's NQ Explorers again. We're in the North Queensland Goldfields again, and today we're just going to do a bit of a relic hunt around an old gold mining ghost town that was set out in 1876. So it was pretty much all gone by the 1930s. There's nothing left now. Over there's the remains of an old hotel and a cricket pitch. There was a lot of activity here back in the gold rush days. You can see the river behind me here perhaps. That's a gold bearing river. So there's a lot of mining went on, a lot of alluvial gold, and there's some hard rock mines further up in the country. But we're just going to have a hunt around this old area here, back towards that old pub. It's over in that direction, and see if we can pick up any old relics from the Goldfields. So hope you enjoy the video, and thanks very much for watching. Well, here's our first find here in the old gold town. Is a surface find by with the AT Pro. It's an old miner's button. There we go. And the label on that is our own make. That's one of the little breast pocket buttons. Little brass button. Beautiful find. There's quite a lot of these buttons in this area. We're between a large river and an old hotel which has been bulldozed into a heap. But a lot of activity in this area, so hopefully we'll pick up some nice old relics. Back shortly. Well, you couldn't wish for a more idyllic spot to be metal detecting. The river there, still quite a bit of water in it. That completely dries up in the dry season, but I've just got my first old relic over here. It's a shotgun shell base. These are fairly common up in these goldfields. It's an Eli London shotgun cartridge. Eli London number 12. So quite a common find, but bring up beautifully on the detector. Nice mid-tone and a really solid signal. Okay, on to the next target. Another surface find here. It's a medium tone. You can tell it's a small target. It's another button. There you go, another old miner's button, which will also have a name on it. So I'll subtitle the maker's name. Lovely old brass button. Okay, on we go. Well, there's another surface find. It's a harmonica reed this time. Well, broken harmonica reed, part of it. Plenty of surface targets. A couple of buttons there, and there's some broken bottles. I haven't really found any significant bottle dust, but we'll keep looking. There's an old house up ahead up here. There's an old house in this direction, and to the left that used to be the cricket oval from the old town. So we'll go and have a look over there shortly. Well, what you can see here is the cricket pitch from the old town. Pretty sophisticated for the 1870s. It's concrete. Would have been concreted later, I would say. 22 yards in that direction. The stumps are right here. The square leg umpire might have a bit of trouble seeing the action at the moment. The old cricket oval's pretty overgrown. Just shows you how long since there's been a cricket game here. But anyway, it's worth hunting this area. We're finding these buttons and a few surface finds, so there could be a few old coins around here. And to our left over here, there's an old hotel site. So we'll go over there and have a look at that. Unfortunately, it's been bulldozed many years ago into a big pile, and there's a cattle dam on the actual site. So it's actually full of water. And the foundation is just a great mound of earth with, covered in broken glass. But anyway, we'll go and have a look at that later. There's another Mrs. NQ surface find. It's a heel off a lady's old dress shoe. Metal. You can see where it's been tacked to the leather sole there. Good one. So we're just heading in this area, in this direction this way, on the way to the old hotel. So we'll just swing our detectors down through the scrub area and see what we come up with. Well, I've got a lovely solid target here. It's a mid-tone. I would suggest it's going to be an old miner's button, but I've just scratched the surface grass there, and I thought I'll do a live dig, see what we come up with. Here we go. Nice solid tone. Could be a lead roofing now. Let's scratch around the edges of it here and loosen the soil, and I'll pull him up. Oh no, it's an old lamp, a lamp element from an old miner's lamp, hurricane lamp. Good one. Well, no wonder she gave us such a solid signal. It's a piece of brass. Okay, good one. On we go. Well, how's this for a surface find? It just shows you all the people that were here. It's an old teaspoon. Definitely not silver. It's one of the old tin, or I'm not sure what they're made out of. You can see the bowl's been a bit crushed there. They were just laying on top of the ground. Been there for over 100 years, just laying in the bush. I don't think, I may have some maker's name there, a hallmark. Definitely won't be sterling silver, but definitely a lovely old relic from the gold rush. Okay, heading off towards the pub still. Well, not far from that spoon, it's got this little tiny little lead bullet. So that might be a pistol bullet. I'll measure the calibre and I'll subtitle it. So, little single ring on it there. Yeah, like I said, I'll measure it and I'll put the information on the video. So that's a good little find. Little tiny little pistol bullet. Well, the old pub's just over there, and on the way to the pub, some old miner's lost his, or some young miner's lost the heel of his boot. Miner's boot heel. Always a good find. But you might be able to see down in there, there's a bit of a dam. That was actually all dug out for the cattle, and it was all bulldozed up in a heap, and the pub is just about 50 metres in front of us, and it's a big pile of dirt. We'll get down there eventually. We'll keep moving in that direction. Okay, I'm going to apologise for this bug that won't stop bothering my camera lens. He likes a shiny lens. What I'm showing you here is rubber vine. It's a native of Madagascar. It's a pest in Australia, and it was brought here by the old timers in the late 1800s in North Queensland as a hedge, a decorative hedge for their house sites and in the old townships. So they're always a really good indicator of old sites. There's always rubber vine in North Queensland around the old house sites. As I said, it's a noxious weed. Now the government's declared it should be destroyed, but it's just an impossible job. It's got down some of these river systems, right down the Mitchell and the Hodgkinson and the Walsh, and you're never going to get it all out. But like I said, from a detectorist point of view, it's always a good indicator of a old house site or an old timers camp. Rubber vine, old mango tree, frangipanis and bougainvillea. They're the four really good indicators of an old house site. Exotic trees in a landscape that's generally you know, gums and scribbly barks and all that sort of thing. So there you go. It's a Madagascar rubber vine. Righto, back. Well, we've reached the pub site at last. This little shady grove's the last little section, and that grassy mound you can see there is the hotel. That's just a big pile of earth. It's on the other side. You can see where there's a lot of bottle shards, broken bottle shards exposed. So if you could put that about 10 truckloads of dirt there through a sieve, there'd be some treasure in that thing. Big effort though. Anyway, we'll just concentrate on this little grove around the edges of the pub and back towards the car, and might come up with some more little relics. Okay, back soon. Well, you know you're in the old Goldfields when you find these wax matchbox lids. Bell and Black London, number 4 wax matches. So this is just a surface find. This sort of stuff's all over the place on the ground here. It's just the old timers just threw everything over their shoulder when they were finished with it. Anyway, that's a nice old relic. On we go. Well, this is typical of all you find. The only trace you find of some of these old miners' cottages in the Goldfields. We've got a few old rough ironbark stumps, a bit of concrete water tank there, a bit of a corrugated iron water tank, sorry. Little bits of corrugated iron, and you can see that there's that rubber vine there, but that's actually dead. That has been used as a hedge around the house. Here's the front of the house, the rubber vine at the front, and there's a bit of a track here where you can drive through. And just on the other side here, I've just got a decent target. I haven't had one for a while, and it's a 303 bullet. Must have been in good condition too. So I'll get a head mark stamp off that, and hopefully she's an old early 20th century one. Gee, it's in lovely condition, that. Beautiful. Good one. Okay. Well, I'll just keep hunting around this old miner's hut cottage area. There's another old bit of remains of a wall and a bit of a stump foundation in that area. So I'll just hunt this area. The grass is reasonably long, but it's fairly soft. It's easy to push over with the core. We'll just keep having a look around here. Back shortly. Here's my next find, a fairly common relic in these parts, a little brass saddle stud off reins or horse tack anyway. So ring up beautifully on the machine. Nice little targets to find. Okay, on we go. Here's a nice find that Mrs. NQ just got with the AT Pro. It's a little gilt hinge, perhaps off a jewellery box or something. You can see a bit of gilt around the edge, and it's got a little marking on it. It says patent, and it's got an R with an arrow through it. So I'll research that and see if I can find a brand name that may equate to that little symbol. So that's a nice little piece of a relic in the Goldfields. Okay, on we go. Just another lovely little miner's shirt button I just got out of this hole. they give a brilliant signal, these things. They're a lovely solid tone. It's only a mid-tone, but they're a really a solid signal amongst all the trash. So they're always a good little find, and you know you're on the areas where there's been plenty of activity when you're getting these buttons. Okay, on we go. Well, we've just upgraded our radio communications to these 1 watt handheld. Previously had 1.3 of a watt, and we found that they struggled a bit in this sort of terrain where you get hilly country. Of course, they're line of sight UHF communications, but these 1 watt ones really punch it out, so we don't lose contact with each other in this this country, and it's just a safety measure that we always carry the little 2-ways with us. And we've got the big 5 watt one in the Land Rover, so it's like that acts like a base station. So anyway, that's what we use for our radio communications while we're out in detecting in these old goldfields. Okay, back soon. Oh, I just scratched the surface here with this another nice hard signal, and it's another old. Oh, I thought it was a button. I don't know what that is. It's got one off centre hole and a centre hole. I'll see if there's got anything written on it, and I'll subtitle any information. That's an interesting little find. Looks like it's some sort of medallion or something. Well, I'm in this shallow gravelly soil here. I'd say this is going to be another button, so I thought I might pull him out of the pile there live. Probably about 1.5 inches down, not very far in this gravelly ground. See if he's in here. Okay. Probably be a little button by the sound of that. Oh, there we go, look. Miner's button. And that'll be branded, so I'll get the a brand name off it and I'll subtitle it. Beautiful old brass button. Okay, on we go. Check this out, I've got a silver coin. Been scratching buttons and old bits of relics for a couple of hours. And it looks like we've got an old Victorian sixpence. I think it's an old head Victoria. Okay, well I'll give that a clean, and we'll get a date, and I'll come back and subtitle a date. Beautiful Victorian silver sixpence. Back shortly. Well, I couldn't have found that in a more idyllic location. Up on the river bank, high above the river, a beautiful veiled head silver sixpence. As you can see, it's heavily worn on the obverse, but wait till you see the reverse. Just about a flat disc. Now you can make out the word sixpence. I'm not hopeful of getting a date off that. When that came out of the ground, I was really concerned I'd scratched that, but I hadn't. It was just the dirt had come off it. So, okay, what a great find. Silver sixpence from the gold rush. On we go. I'm literally 2 or 3 feet from that sixpence, and I got a mid-tone, and it's another old miner's button. So his pants come apart and he's dropped a sixpence, and the button's flown off. Well, I'll get a maker's name off that and we'll subtitle it. I'll just keep searching around this area where I found this coin. Well, out of this quite deep hole behind us, Mr. Q got this beautiful old braces suspender buckle. Paris solid. She actually found one earlier on, didn't have the centrepiece. So that's the complete brass buckle off an old set of braces or suspenders. No worries, good find. And it's a deep target too, good one. Well, there's a little bit of a vista down to the river and over to the mountain on the other side. There's a lot of hard rock mines on that hill, and on the other side, the big creek system on the other side is a lot of alluvial and hard rock mines. So gold bearing to the east of this position, but nothing to the west. The river below us here, which you can't really make out the valley there, but that's the river valley. On the east, the west side of that river, no gold whatsoever. On the east side, gold bearing. So sort of the river's the cut-off. But anyway, that was a little outing in the North Queensland Goldfields today. I hope you enjoyed that little hunt. Found a few nice old relics. Had a lovely day out. It's a beautiful autumn day. It's quite warm out here at midday. Now it's getting on to the afternoon, and we're going to head back into camp and have something to eat. So I hope you've enjoyed that, everyone. Happy hunting, and best of luck on your next trip out. See you in the next video. Bye for now.